Well, there definitely was a lot to choose from, but here is the definitive list of the top 20 TV shows from the 21st century, as voted for by you. Propping up the table at number 20, going 16 years and counting, it's Strictly Come Dancing. If you want to see celebs caked in fake tan, rolled around in glitter and then taken out for a spin, well, look no further and watch out for that Strictly curse. At number 19, a show that comes with a big helping of sauce, Sex Education. You get to meet Otis, an awkward high school virgin who ends up becoming an underground sex therapist for his peers at school. With his mum being an actual sex therapist, he has access to all the materials, you see. TV that is funny, real, and not afraid to tackle the big issues. At number 18, we've got the original box set binge-a-thon kind of a show that kept us coming back for more. Lost. From the sublime to the ridiculous, everything was covered. A plane crash, a shape-shifting monster, a rogue polar bear, time travel, and the biggest mystery of all, what is the island? What a finale though, eh? In at number 17, we've got BROADCHURCH, starring three of Britain's finest, Olivia Colman, David Tennant and Jodie Whittaker. Not your usual crime drama, the Dorset set mystery brought the entirety of a sleepy town under the spotlight when the ripple effects of one murder go far and wide. In at number 16, more crime solving, but not even 1% as dramatic as the previous entry. NYPD's 99th precinct is the backdrop for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Pure feel-good comedy with some lovely relationship will they won't they stuff thrown in. The hilarious Andy Samberg stars as Jake Peralta in the sitcom that just cannot get cancelled, no matter how hard Fox tried. Now, on paper, this idea seems ridiculous, but my oh my did it produce a winning formula. People on the telly watching people on the telly. At number 15, Gogglebox mulls over the news, TV bits, and what the nation has been talking about. Funny, moving, and so many that's what I said moments. In at number 14, nerds are funny, and in The Big Bang Theory, we're laughing with them. Plenty of awkwardness, plenty of laughs, and even a spot of romance. It ran from 2007 all the way through to 2019 with no less than 279 episodes along the way, so they must have been doing something right. In at number 13, Black Mirror. We are in very strange times at the moment, which does make Charlie Brooker's Black Mirror seem less far-fetched than it otherwise might have. His dystopian sci-fi tinged tales will make you think, it'll make you squirm, and make you feel very, very uneasy. And to boot, life is imitating art in some of those episodes, especially when it comes to social media, advances in technology, and politics. Coming in at the number 12 spot, if you like a stylish, gaudy, psychological thriller with a tinge of madness, well, let me introduce you to Hannibal Lecter. The brilliant Mads Mikkelsen plays the urban serial killer psychiatrist to Hugh Darcy's dogged FBI investigator. Just missing out on the top 10 are The In-Betweeners. I'd normally try and wedge in a well-known reference from the show here, but I definitely can't use most of them because they are offensive or of an adult nature. But it is, of course, all about those four friends. Growing pains aplenty and so popular that there was even 2 feature films born from the show. Come on, you must have seen it. Squeaking in at the number 10 spot in our countdown is an offering from HBO. With an attention to detail that left viewers gasping, Chernobyl's recreation of the Soviet culture of fear and deceit that led to the most catastrophic nuclear disaster in human history is a high watermark in dramatic reconstruction. Never reaching for the easy gimmick, it trusted the horrifying reality of the tale to speak for itself, and the results were shocking. Taking the number 9 spot, you voted in Line of Duty, and I can't say I'm surprised. It is gripping to say the least, with more twists and turns than you could shake a police baton at. I will admit, I have been absolutely confused on more than one occasion. Series after series, the jaw-dropping moments never fail to deliver. If ever there was an example of not being able to trust anyone in a TV show, this is it. Keep it coming, AC12. You are highly addictive. In at number 8 is a modern-day Romeo and Juliet. If the former was a mummy's boy and the latter was from Barry in Wales, they'd be identical. Kind of. Gavin and Stacey are centre stage, although it is a show packed to the rafters with lovable characters. Uncle Bryn's probably my fave. Feel-good telly just doesn't come much better than this. Penned by Ruth Jones and James Corden before he went stateside, there are 3 series and 2 Christmas specials for you to feast your eyes on. At number 7, we've got Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer in dynamic form. The sharp wit of Phoebe Waller-Bridge is all over this one. How's about this for a hook? Lesbian assassin Villanelle falls for the MI5 agent tasked with tracking her down. A twisted love story where no one really loves each other, I don't think. It's a bit complicated. Obsession, deception, cold-hearted killing. You won't be able to take your eyes off it. Well, if you want complete wholesome joy where the worst thing that might happen is a collapsed flan or an over-baked choux pastry, then look no further than the Great British Bake Off at number 6. It's become a bit of an institution. Actually, no matter what channel it's on or who the presenters are, it's a national obsession. 2 parts light drama, 2 cups funny, 1 tablespoon of ridiculous tasks, finished off with a light sprinkling of innuendo. And that, my friends, makes for the perfect recipe. In at number 5, one of those TV shows that seemed like every man and their dog has seen. Breaking Bad. High school chemistry teacher Walter White learns he's dying, so he takes up a new career. Does it count as a career? Probably not. Either way, he's taken up a new career as a meth producer in the hopes of earning enough money to take care of his family. That's the entirety of the 5 series in a one-liner, but if you have seen it, you know as well as I do, it is so much more. In at number 4, something smart, unpredictable and terrifically written. It's Sherlock. The combination of Benedict Cumberbatch's charismatic performance as the high-functioning sociopath, perfectly balanced by Martin Freeman's no-nonsense Watson, makes for the perfect duo. With each episode about 90 minutes in length, 3 episodes per series, 4 series in total with a Christmas special thrown in, it's basically like having a back catalogue of Sherlock films. Completely novel from start to finish, with clues and dream sequences to secret thoughts and secret codes. There were juicy mysteries tucked inside bigger mysteries. Sherlock and Watson don't just solve them, they have adventures. In third position, we've got that Time Lord, the Doctor. The first ever episode was back in 1963, so it was quite the task to make sure OG viewers of the show would be on board with the 21st century revamp. The writers injected humour, scares and excitement to make sure loyal fans were satisfied, whilst also winning an entirely new audience. When it was brought back to our screens in 2005, the 9th Doctor was Christopher Eccleston, followed by inspired choices like David Tennant, Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi. And then, for the first time, the greatest time traveller was a woman, with Jodie Whittaker taking on the role. Each Doctor has brought their own wit, charm and charisma and relationship arcs, and viewers have not been disappointed. In second spot, you lot have voted for the Emmy Award-winning Stranger Things. A dash of Stephen King, a dollop of Spielberg, a video arcade and a handful of hand-me-down jackets from the 80s. What more could you possibly want? A TV show filled with suspense, frights and humour, with the backdrop of small-town America adding to the mood. It's all very nostalgic and relatable, even if you weren't around in the 80s. The show transformed the cast of unknown young actors into Hollywood A-listers. The grown-ups weren't bad either. I'm looking at you, Winona. The Cold War paranoia, the unreliable government scientists all make you feel a bit edgy. There's something dark and creepy lurking in the upside-down world, and you should probably go have a look. Well, here we are. The countdown is almost complete. Here's what you voted for as the best TV show of the 21st century. George R.R. Martin likes to tell a big story, and in adapting his books, the show managed to retain every nuance as they unfurled the grand tapestry of the Song of Ice and Fire and the account of the warring dynasties that shaped the continent of Westeros. So much more than just dragons, fights, and a sprinkling of nudity. It's no easy thing to pull off a fantasy epic without it looking a bit silly. But Game of Thrones is an epic about the futility of the battle for power, the countless ways in which greed and selfishness poison society, and the tiny moments that define lives. Characters and plots weaved and developed on a grand scale, and it speaks volumes for the show's wisdom that even when the battle was done and dusted and settled, no one could say for sure who really won, or even if there had been a victory at all. So, let us know in the comments if you think something else should have made it into the list or snatched the #1 spot. And remember to like and subscribe if you want more from Digital Spy.